Einstein said that the doctor of the future will do no harm, and that the medicine that we'll be using will be energy. But everything being part of the electromagnetic spectrum, it now can also be measured with this technology. Guess what has come upon us? A great new technology that is accessible to everyone globally, that does not require you to swallow, to drink, to eat. It's all going to be accessible. And so this is kind of really an exciting phase, I think, of healing and in the wellness industry. Hi, Richard Lewald from Vancouver area, British Columbia, Canada. I have been involved in the health and wellness industry for the last 46 years. It's been my passion. Since everything is energy and everything has frequency and vibration, you've heard of kilohertz, megahertz, gigahertz in the cell phone technology, or nanometers in the light spectrum of things. But everything being part of the electromagnetic spectrum, it now can also be measured with this technology. Many videos have already been produced, and you can refer to them should you want to know more in depth of what this is all about. The topic that we're going to relate to is energy healing. And this has even been predicted by Einstein. I'm sure many have heard who Einstein is, and there's many others as well. And Einstein said that the doctor of the future will do no harm, that the medicine that we'll be using will be energy. Do you have pain? Do you have stress? Do you have digestive issues? Do you have hormonal imbalances? You name it, it's all going to be accessible. And so this is kind of really an exciting phase, I think, of healing and in the wellness industry. And this can set aside so many of the products and the costs that you've already been incurring. And it works. Share this information with your loved ones, with your friends, and people abroad that you perhaps know, because this is what's happened to some of the people are actually here because someone shared it with them and it led to their recovery, even when they were in the hospital. The next phase that we're going to do here then is do some measuring with this technology. Whatever can be measured can be managed. Okay, so we're going to show you the effects that everything is energy and that we can actually measure it off our bodies, and also the impact that these programs have for the individuals. This is going to require a sampling of some DNA, which will be facilitated through saliva and these Q-tips. I'm going to give him 2 Q-tips, and Amor is going to put it in his mouth and put a little bit of spit, a little bit of saliva on it. So he'll enter them in here. Put them in these tubes. And we'll load them into these guns, these wands, special technology. And with the DNA inside here, like everybody's got their own frequency based on their DNA. As I point it to him, they stay pointing at him. If I point it at the cameraman, it's not his DNA. The wand said, no, bring it back to him more. Boom, they lock into him. So, step sideways a few steps. Watch what happens, they follow him. Okay, walk back. And once again, they follow him. So his DNA is tuned to him. Like every radio station has its own frequency, every person has their own frequency. I'm going to walk backwards, and as I walk backwards, we measure his life force, his energy field, which you can see is right here by the edge of this wall. Okay? And so anything we put on in near our body has energy, and it has an influence on our life force as well. So go ahead and say, I am stressed once more.
I am stressed.
Okay, the energy is up from stress. We are going to introduce Limbicarc programs, and the one program that we're going to run and deal with stress is one that's called calm. And he told us that he was stressed, and the ones confirmed that there is a stress energy taking place. If he had a heart rate monitor on him, that would also show how it's going down. And he's pretty well reset. You can see it's slowing down, and now he's calm. The app has really kicked in and calming him down, put it at rest. Okay, so we were at this point before here, okay? Now, as he's building up with the calm, you can measure the effects of it. Let me walk further backwards. And you see that the effect of the calm program in the Limbicarc app has expanded his energy field by roughly, I would say, 40–50%. So we can get healing happening through this wherever those frequencies, whatever the program it is that you're running at the time, it can help in all those areas. So improving your health and wellness through frequencies, through energy, like Einstein has said, will be the future, which is now. As you see, typically what we do is we take Q-tips, swab it, saliva, we put it in these tubes, and then we load it in the gun. Another way of doing it, there's many ways of doing it, anything that represents the person has energy. So in this case, we have Amorsolo's driver's license, which contains a photograph, a signature, a driver's license number, address, and so on. Okay, so there's lots of information here, but everything is information. We're dealing with information transfer. We too are information, which can be measured. We've created 2 photocopies. So here we have 2 photocopies, and we're going to cut these out of the big sheet of paper, and we are going to replace the DNA that we had here with the 2 copies. So go ahead. I'm going to roll this up so we can load it into our gun. Stick this in this one. Okay, and now we're going to roll the other photocopy up, and we're going to load it into the second one. So I want you to keep this in your pocket for right this moment. Just stick it in your pocket. Don't put it back in your wallet yet, because we're going to do something else that is unique. We're going to pass your driver's license to another person, and they're going to hold it and see what the ones are going to do. Okay, so we've now got this data, this information from you, just like what we would do with putting it into information into the app for Limbicarc. Okay, so I pointed at you, and it's tuned into you based on your information. So once again, walk sideways into that direction, and watch what happens. It follows him. Okay, come on, walk back. All right, it comes back so you can see. It has the same effect as taking physical DNA. So we can use photographs, we can use driver's license, we can use signatures, even footprints, thumbprints. We can enter it in there, and we get the same kind of reading. Now, maybe we can have Jackie come in here for a second, and I want you to pass your driver's license to Jackie, okay? So while you're going through that motion, okay, so go ahead, and then I want Jackie to walk away with that driver's license. So watch what the wands are gonna do, okay? One is gonna follow wherever she's going and wave that driver's license over. You can see how that wand is following the driver's license, okay? So everything being energy, your information has energy. That's why that wand is following your driver's license while the other one is still staying pointing at you. So there's kind of like 2 of you. So now again, I can go walk backwards, and we end up with the same effect. Okay, this is where the original field was before as well too. Okay, so this is how we can measure using all kinds of information.